Enterprise resource planning systems like NetSuite are built to centralize business data. They enforce governance, streamline processes, and provide consistency, compliance, and real-time insights. In short, NetSuite is designed to be the single source of truth for your organization. Yet despite this power, most people still turn to Excel. Of the world's 2 billion spreadsheet users, more than half, over 1 billion people, rely on Excel every day. And for good reason. Excel offers a familiar interface, unmatched flexibility for ad hoc analysis, simple navigation, and the ability to create custom reports on the fly. But this creates a problem. When teams export NetSuite data into spreadsheets, they often build what are called shadow systems. These off-the-grid spreadsheets fragment information, introduce errors, bypass governance, and ultimately undermine the trust in NetSuite as the system of record. That's where Finsyte comes in. Finsyte is an Excel add-in that connects directly to NetSuite. Instead of exporting and rekeying data, users can pull live ERP information straight into Excel, refresh reports on demand, and even upload data back to NetSuite, all without breaking the chain of governance. With pre-built functions, save search integration, support for custom segments, and ready-to-use templates, Finsyte delivers the best of both worlds. It preserves NetSuite as the single source of truth while giving business users the speed, flexibility, and familiarity of Excel. In short, Finsyte bridges the gap between the control of NetSuite and the usability of Excel, eliminating shadow systems and unlocking a faster, more reliable way to work with your ERP data. Finsyte includes 4 standard core templates: trial balance, income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow. These templates are the ideal starting point for new users, helping you quickly build skills and confidence with the tool. Each time you select a standard report template, Finsyte creates a new Excel sheet with a consistent pre-built layout, so you can begin analyzing immediately without building reports from scratch. Across all templates, you'll find familiar features and functionalities such as parameters, data loading, and grouping options. Let's take a closer look at how each template is built. Parameters are automatically created using the Finsyte data retrieval item called Dropdowns, which provide field selection pulled directly from NetSuite. The report detail itself is generated with Finsyte functions that bring live data into Excel. For example, the account names are returned with the GL account name function, while balances are retrieved using functions like GL account balance. These functions work together with native Excel formulas to calculate subtotals and summaries, giving you both accuracy and flexibility within the familiar Excel environment. But remember, templates are just the starting point. Because Finsyte functions are cell-based, you're never limited to the layout of a predefined template. You can design any report you like. This flexibility means you can shape your reports exactly in the way your business requires. Once Finsyte is installed, you'll notice a brand new tab added to your Excel ribbon. It appears just to the right of the Help menu and is labeled Finsyte. The Finsyte ribbon organizes all the key tools you'll need to work with NetSuite data directly in Excel. These tools are arranged in logical groups such as Refresh, Data Retrieval, Finsyte Functions, Templates and Actions, Outline, Productivity, Export, and Connectivity. Most of these groups are unique to Finsyte, giving you capabilities that go beyond standard Excel. Others are native Excel features brought into the ribbon for quick and easy access. To create a report from a template, locate the Standard Reports dropdown in the Templates and Actions section in the ribbon. Select the desired template using the dropdown. Before running a core template, you'll enter parameters such as accounting period, subsidiary, or department. These selections shape the results you'll see, whether it's a trial balance for a single entity, a balance sheet for the group, or an income statement for a specific period. Required parameters are marked with an asterisk, while others are optional. For most fields, Finsyte provides a drop-down list of available NetSuite values. In this example, I will select the desired subsidiary, fiscal year, type in the period number, and select the period range. Once your parameters are set, select Load Accounts from the Templates and Actions menu. This option will become enabled only when the required parameters have been completed. Finsyte then retrieves the relevant accounts directly from NetSuite. The trial balance includes all accounts and balances. The income statement pulls income and expense accounts. The balance sheet shows assets, liabilities, and equity. And the cash flow template organizes activity by operating, investing, and financing categories. Regardless of which template you choose, the navigation and usability are very similar. By default, the templates return the essentials: parameters, account name, account balances, and totals in the proper format for that template. But sometimes you'll want more detail to support your analysis. That's where additional columns come in, and Finsyte makes this easy. When you first create a report from a template, you'll notice it includes a single detail column. From there, using simple Excel functions, you can copy and paste your column as many times as desired. Next, update the parameters in each column to bring back different results. For example, you might compare subsidiaries side by side. Just duplicate the column, update the subsidiary value, and each column will refresh with the results for its specific subsidiary. This same process works for other parameters too, like fiscal years, period numbers, or even period ranges, whether that's period to date, quarter to date, or year to date. And since every column is powered by live Finsyte functions, all of them refresh together whenever the data is refreshed. This gives the flexibility to shape the templates around your reconciliation process and reporting needs. Finsyte functions are the heart of how Excel connects to NetSuite. A regular Excel formula, like sum, only works with the numbers already on your sheet or in your workbook. But a Finsyte function goes further. It acts like a bridge, connecting Excel to NetSuite and bringing live data directly into your spreadsheet. All Finsyte functions begin with =FSN, which tells Excel to connect through Finsyte. From there, you choose the specific function name and provide necessary input. Finsyte then queries NetSuite in real time and returns the requested information directly in your worksheet. You can start a Finsyte function in one of two ways: the typing method or selecting the function from the Finsyte library in the ribbon. If you select the desired function from the Functions library dropdown in the ribbon, the function argument box will appear. This guided window walks you through completing the arguments step by step and provides access to built-in help, making it especially useful as you're learning the tool. Additional input arguments can be found by using the scroll bar on the right. To begin a Finsyte function by typing, simply type =FSN in the desired cell and select from the list of functions. Then complete the arguments for the function. When using this method, once you select the function, a pop-up help box will appear with the list of necessary arguments to complete the function, including which arguments are optional. If you'd like to edit an existing Finsyte function, click on the cell and press F2 to edit it directly, or click the function icon near the formula bar to reopen the function arguments box for a guided editing experience. You can also double-click a completed formula to see Excel's color-coded highlights, which visually map each argument in the function to its corresponding input cell. Each function behaves just like a native Excel formula. That means you can copy it across rows and columns, apply filters, or reference it in Excel functions like sum or if. This native behavior makes it easy to scale across large reports and combine with existing spreadsheet logic. And because they look and act like Excel formulas, you can use tools like the F4 key to lock and anchor input references. For example, if your formula points to a parameter cell for period, pressing F4 will toggle through the reference types. No $sign, meaning relative, moves as you copy the formula. $signs before the row and the column locks both the row and the column, making it absolute, so the formula always points to that exact cell. The $sign before the row locks only that row, while the $sign at the column locks only the column. You can also hard code an input by typing in the desired value instead of using a cell reference. This gives you fine control as you drag formulas across rows and columns, ensuring your Finsyte functions stay connected to the right inputs while scaling across large report layouts. There are many different types of Finsyte functions, each designed for a specific purpose. As you begin working with reports, you'll quickly become familiar with the core functions and their role in building financial and operational insights. Another very powerful research feature in Finsyte is the ability to drill down. These options let you see exactly what makes up a number, whether it's the transactions behind a balance or summaries across key segments. With drill downs, you can move from top-level reports to detailed insights in just a few clicks. Drill downs are available for any function that returns an amount, such as GL account balance or stat account amount. To drill down, simply right-click the cell with the value you're interested in, then select from the drill down menu at the bottom of the list. If you choose transaction lines, Excel creates a new worksheet in the workbook labeled automatically that lists every transaction behind that number. Each drill down worksheet also includes all of the source function parameters displayed at the top of the sheet, such as account, subsidiary, period, and any other input. And it includes the source formula total, so you always have full context of the data you're reviewing. You'll also see a return to source link at the top of the worksheet, allowing you to quickly navigate back to the original report and the cell you drilled from anytime this worksheet is reviewed. Transactions are the lowest level, so each of those transactions has a clickable hyperlink allowing you to jump directly into NetSuite for full details. Drill downs are designed to be layered, meaning you can continue drilling step by step. For example, starting at total, if you select another summary drill down option, such as a subsidiary, Excel creates a new worksheet summarizing the amounts by that category instead of individual transactions. And you can keep drilling from there, right-clicking again on the summary number to go deeper into another segment or down to the transaction level, with each drill down creating its own new worksheet. Bulk edit templates give you the ability to make high-volume financial updates directly in Excel while staying connected to NetSuite. Instead of navigating through complex forms in the ERP, you can work quickly in familiar spreadsheet environment, then upload changes back to NetSuite with a single click. There are 3 bulk edit templates available: the budget template for downloading, editing, and updating budgets by period, the journal entry template for creating and reusing journal entries directly in Excel, and the intercompany journal entry template for handling transactions between subsidiaries with the proper receivables and payables structure. For example, the budget template makes it easy to view, edit, and update budgets back to NetSuite based on a set of parameters. To get started, select Bulk Edit Budget Template. This creates a new tab in your workbook where the template will reside. As with standard reports, parameters appear at the top of the screen. Some required, others optional. Begin by filling in the parameters needed to return the actuals and budgets that already exist inside NetSuite. Once the required parameters are entered, select Load Accounts and choose the accounts to work with. The Download Budget button then becomes available. Selecting it will pull the budgeted account values by period directly from NetSuite into the template. You'll see account names and budget values populate automatically. Each column represents a period, making it easy to scan your budget for trends or gaps. From here, you can begin updating the budget by adjusting existing values or typing in new ones. Once you've made your changes, the Upload Budget button becomes available. Selecting it sends your adjustments to NetSuite, then re-downloads the data to confirm updates in both locations. If you want to verify additional details, you can use the link on the screen to open the specific budget directly inside NetSuite for review. This gives you complete visibility into the final result and ensures everything aligns with your accounting processes. In addition to the budget template, Finsyte also includes a journal entry template, designed to make creating and updating journal entries quick and intuitive. If you're entering a new journal entry, you can simply type in the account numbers, debit and credit amounts, and your supporting details directly within Excel. But often it's faster to start from an existing journal entry. To do that, just type in an existing journal entry number and select Download. Finsyte will connect to NetSuite, retrieve that entry, and populate all the details into your workbook, ready for you to modify as needed. If you remove the journal entry, you'll notice that the button in the ribbon changes to Create New Entry. Now you can enter a new date, choose a posting period, and adjust any of the existing values. Once you've made your edits, select Create New Entry. Finsyte will use this information as a template to create a brand new journal entry in NetSuite. From there, you can click the provided link to open and review the new journal entry directly inside NetSuite. But let's say you realize you forgot to tag a department. If you're unsure of the exact department names, you can use Finsyte's Dropdown feature to review the available segments. Simply add the department dropdown, select the desired department, and copy that value down to the rest of your rows. Once your updates are ready, click Update, and Finsyte will push those changes back to NetSuite. Now, if you return to NetSuite, you'll see the journal entry properly tagged with the correct department. It's important to note that all NetSuite rules and validations still apply. That means approval workflows, posting restrictions, and field validations are automatically enforced. The intercompany journal entry bulk edit template works in a similar fashion. Each template is designed to streamline repetitive tasks, reduce manual entry, and ensure accuracy by pulling and posting live to NetSuite. Together, they provide a powerful way to manage your budgets and journal entries efficiently, all without leaving Excel. The From List section in Finsyte is a great place to start when exploring the data available from NetSuite. It lets you pull full tables of information directly into Excel, giving you a clear view of what's available for your reports. For example, selecting subsidiaries from the From List dropdown will open a new worksheet in your Excel workbook with all the relevant subsidiary information from NetSuite. You can see details like the name, country, the main address ID, and other important attributes. The same process works for GL accounts. From the list, you'll get the account numbers, display names, account category, summary levels, and any special account types. This makes it easy to research account and validate any data. But Finsyte takes it a step further by enhancing the account list. It automatically adds additional accounts specifically for reporting purposes. These include special line items such as bank balances, current assets, and other top-level categories, even if they aren't part of your standard chart of accounts in NetSuite. By making these accounts available, Finsyte gives you greater flexibility to pull in summary values and key financial metrics as needed. In addition, dedicated functions for important calculations like retained earnings allow you to quickly generate comprehensive reports and ensure you have all the essential data for analysis and decision making. You can also pull periods into a new sheet. Each period includes the closed on date and end dates, fiscal year, and more. Reviewing this list ensures you select the correct period for your reports. You may have noticed in Finsyte we've chosen to use period numbers rather than period names, which is a departure from the approach used in NetSuite. While NetSuite defines periods by names like January 2024, we find that using the period numbers streamlines the process, especially when building Excel spreadsheets. This makes it much easier to reference months and manage data regardless of when your fiscal year begins. And you can see from the drop-down menu, there are many more available. The From List feature is a powerful research tool. You can quickly see the exact structure of your data, identify relevant accounts, and even replicate saved searches from NetSuite to make sure you're including the right information in your reports. Finsyte also provides the ability to bring in saved searches directly from NetSuite. Here, I'm using the From list to view the saved searches available to my role. I'll select one from the list to use as an example. On a new sheet, I'll enter the Save Search function and paste in the name of the saved search. Finsyte will then reach out to NetSuite and run the search and return the results as a dynamic array in Excel. Once the data is returned, you'll see all the results displayed. In this example, one of the columns contains dates, so I'll format that column appropriately. From here, you can right-click anywhere within the data and choose Get Data from Table Range. This opens Power Query where you can easily refine the results. For example, you can split a column, removing leading numbers, delete unnecessary fields, and then rename columns for clarity. Here, I'll rename the column to Customer. When I select Close and Load, the data returns to Excel in a table that is bound to the dynamic array. This means the results will automatically update whenever the workbook or sheet is refreshed. Once the saved search data is in Excel, you can summarize it just like any other data set. For example, create a pivot table to view totals by customer, filter by status, or analyze trends over time. This allows you to work with your NetSuite saved search results using familiar Excel tools while maintaining live connectivity to NetSuite. In addition to saved searches, Finsyte also supports direct queries through the query function. If you're familiar with SuiteQL, you can write your own query statements to pull data directly from NetSuite. This opens access to virtually all your NetSuite data for deeper analysis and custom reporting within Excel. Finsyte Dropdowns let you quickly bring NetSuite data into your report parameters. Instead of manually typing values, you can select from a dynamic list, reducing errors and speeding up report preparation. Dropdowns pull data directly from NetSuite. You can preview this data in the list you created with the From List section, including subsidiaries, periods, fiscal years, and other segments. When a new value is added in NetSuite, it will be available in the dropdown list. This makes it easy to set your parameters for any report. When using a Finsyte template, the parameters along with the dropdowns are created for you. But if you want to add a parameter to an existing report or create a report from scratch, this is where the dropdowns function is useful. If you are creating a report from scratch, start by simply typing in the title for the parameters and then select them and format them as desired. Then move one cell over and use the Dropdowns menu in the Finsyte ribbon to add the corresponding data retrieval item. You may also want to format the dropdown side. I'm using a yellow style often used on standard data models to indicate an input. The dropdowns are now available with a list of values corresponding to each of them. Now, as you continue to build your report using the Finsyte functions, you can use these cells along with others as input for the formulas. Dropdowns are especially useful when comparing multiple subsidiaries, periods, or account segments. You can quickly switch parameters to see the different perspectives without rebuilding the report. Dropdowns provide a seamless way to dynamically create accurate financial reports in Excel using Finsyte. Since Finsyte connects live to NetSuite, it's sometimes helpful to know exactly when your data was last updated. You can use the Last Data Refresh function to display the precise date and time of your last data retrieval. Once returned, the results may initially appear as a number, but you can format it as a date or time to show exactly when the data was refreshed. When your report is refreshed, the timestamp updates automatically, confirming the most recent data connection. Finsyte offers 3 export choices so you can view static versions of your work. Under Save Static Snapshot in the Finsyte ribbon, you will see 3 options. The first option is to export the entire workbook, which includes every sheet in the file. The second option is to export just the current worksheet, so you're only saving the sheet you're actively working on. When you choose either of these, Finsyte will prompt you to select a file location and save a copy. The third option is to export selected sheets. When you choose this, a sheet selection window appears. You can move the sheets you want over to the right, arrange them in the exact order you'd like them exported, and click Save. You'll be prompted to name the file and choose where to save it. Whichever method you use, all Finsyte elements are removed. The equal FSN functions are converted into static amounts, dropdowns are stripped out, and only the current values remain. Why is this helpful? It's perfect for sending finalized financial statements to coworkers, auditors, or management who don't have Finsyte installed. It provides a fixed record of your work at a point in time, which is great for audit trails or month-end close documentation. And because the data is static, it's locked exactly as you saved it. So whether you want to share one sheet, the whole workbook, or a carefully selected set of reports, the export feature makes it simple and secure. Keeping your reports accurate and responsive is easy with Finsyte's refresh options. These tools let you control how and when your data is updated from NetSuite. Finsyte also updates data automatically in the background on a regular basis. So in many cases, you won't need to refresh manually, but these options are available when you want an immediate update or need to force a reset. Under the Refresh Data menu, there are 5 key options. Entire Workbook recalculates all Finsyte functions across every sheet in your Excel workbook. Current Sheet recalculates only the sheet you're currently working on. The third option is List Data. The Finsyte ribbon item, From List, uses cached lists for items that don't change very often. Things like GL accounts, subsidiaries, periods, budget categories, and custom segments. These lists come directly from NetSuite, creating a new worksheet, and caching them helps improve processing speed as you build and run reports. When you select List Data, Finsyte goes back to NetSuite and updates those cache values to make sure you're always working with the most current information. This option also refreshes the current sheet's calculations just like the current sheet option. Purge function cache clears all cache values stored locally by Finsyte. This forces every function to retrieve fresh data directly from NetSuite the next time calculations are run. It's important to note that Refresh Entire Workbook will refresh the list data before recalculating the workbook, while Current Sheet does not reload the list data values. If you want to clear out all function values from the cache without refreshing the sheet or workbook, use Purge Function Cache. The final option is Data Connections. This works similarly to Excel's native Refresh All option found on the Data ribbon. This option refreshes all connected data sources and updates them with the latest available information. If you're using Power Query or other bound Excel connections with Finsyte data, select this option after refreshing your workbook to ensure all connected queries and data models are fully updated. Finally, there's the Pause Connection feature. Turning this on temporarily stops Finsyte from pulling data from NetSuite as you make edits in Excel. This is especially helpful when designing more complex reports since you can focus on the structure without waiting for recalculations. When you're ready, click the button again to resume and Finsyte will update your report with live NetSuite data. Together, Refresh, Cache, and Pause options give you full control over how your workbook interacts with NetSuite, balancing speed, accuracy, and flexibility. Finsyte Security is seamlessly integrated with NetSuite's existing roles and permissions. There's no separate security setup or additional administration required. Everything is managed through your native NetSuite security model. This means the data you can access in Finsyte is exactly the same as what you're authorized to see in NetSuite. For example, if your NetSuite role doesn't allow visibility into certain subsidiaries or accounts, those same restrictions automatically apply within Finsyte. Because Finsyte connects to live, real-time NetSuite data rather than a data warehouse, you're always working with accurate, governed information securely controlled by your organization's existing NetSuite permissions. We've only just scratched the surface of what Finsyte can do. In this short demonstration, you've seen how easy it is to bring live NetSuite data into Excel, build reports, drill into the details, and even upload budgets and journal entries, all while staying connected to live data in NetSuite. But this is just the beginning. Finsyte includes a wide range of functions and tools designed to give you unmatched flexibility and control, no matter how complex your financial processes are. If you'd like to see the full power of Finsyte in action, we invite you to contact us for a trial. Experience firsthand how Finsyte can transform the way your team works with NetSuite, saving time, reducing errors, and unlocking real insight from your data.